husband, and 3 dogs. It's not my perfume that's bringing them all in. My bacon brings all the boys to the yard.
It's endlessly variable, and it's got a lot of magic in it.
I feel like you're watching me fall in love. It's very, very awkward. I'm so sorry, I'm blushing.
Meghan, I want to ask about your look.
My who?
Your look. Your look, Meghan.
Oh, my Luke.
Your look. Did I not say it right?
I don't know. I mean, like, you're way cooler than I am. I don't know what you're talking. My Luke. My
Yes.
look. She likes my Luke.
Your look.
Oh my gosh.
Your fashion is like one of my favorite things.
There's a controversial when Black women choose softness and rest. What is soft life? Soft life to me personally means setting boundaries, prioritizing rest, embracing joy, and rejecting the strong Black woman trope.
Back in the O, straight from the 8. I'm walking with God, I don't need a drink. The devil be talking, I don't entertain. I'm walking in faith, I'm sowing my seed. I did it in faith, I gave it to God, and He made it great. Put me in good soil and took out the snakes.
Hey family members, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new, hey girl, hey, welcome to the coolest crew on the internet. I'm so excited to be speaking to you today. My name is Jael Peace. I make fashion, beauty, and lifestyle content. And if you're not subscribed, please do me the highest honor and the highest favor and just click that button below. Because like I said, we are the coolest crew on the internet. Period. Today we're going to be talking about soft life, and we're going to be talking about why Black women are essentially demonized when they prioritize rest and soft life. And our case study for today is the one and only, the fabulous, the honorable Megan Sussex. And I watched her show on Netflix, and that is what inspired me to have this conversation. And just coupled with the fact that the feedback from the show was just like overall negative, at least from what I saw on my For You page and on my timelines.
I don't like Meghan Markle because she's unrelatable. Something about Meghan Markle gives me the ick. She reminds me of Blake Lively. Her personality's off. She's trying too hard to be relatable. Meghan Markle. At the end of the day, you don't like Meghan Markle because you're racist. The same caliber of white woman that is going online spewing all this vitriol and hate about this woman who's just showing her life on her show are the same white women who hate Beyonce because they can never reach the level of status, success, wealth, or beauty that these regular women who happen to be non-white have achieved.
Why is it if I don't like Blake Lively, it's completely fine, but if I don't like Meghan Markle for the exact same qualities, it's racist? They have the exact same personality traits. The desire to be admired, absolutely always talking about themselves, self-centered. It rubs people the wrong way.
What was the reason? What was the reason? I just said, what was the reason?
Because all Meghan Markle did was be a biracial Black woman in America and marry into white royalty. And that triggers your internal power structure. Because in this country, Black women are supposed to be the bottom of the totem pole. And white women uphold white supremacy and misogyny on the backs of white men. That's why it's different. I'll always say the issue with racism in America is that it's so deep-seated that many well-minded people who happen to be white are not overt racists, right? But they have a lot of internalized racism with things like this. Meghan Markle is highly relatable to anyone that's Black or biracial that worked in entertainment, that followed her dreams and chose love and married into the unthinkable, the British royal family. And for you as a white woman, this is something that's always been in the back of your head that you could achieve. Like, I'm white, I'm the pinnacle of beauty and success, I am the beauty standard. And that's what's being challenged here. The beauty standard is not you. It isn't. And that's okay because we were force fed that the beauty standard is Julia Roberts, Charlize Theron, Brad Pitt. And for black people and for people of color, you are not the beauty standard. You are not the center of our attention. You're not the center of our focus. You are not what we strive to achieve. And I think that's what's really challenging you, is that this woman got a show showing her life, and you're saying she's unrelatable because she's trying so hard to relate. My fruit salad is better than hers. My crudité is better than her. You're mad because she's the Duchess of Sussex, and you're Karen from Ohio, in your Kohl's outfit that you bought with Kohl's cash. White women in America have a history of being unrelatable, but you guys love it. Martha Stewart built a $1 billion empire off making white housewives feel like they were inadequate and they need to step up their game. But Martha Stewart is loved. This happens all the time to black people. And we're the ones that can truly identify microaggressions or just covert racism. It happens in my whole life. I mean, when you occupy white spaces or do things white people think they should have the ability to do before you, you're called a lot of things. I've been called, oh, you're not really black. You have a master's. Oh, you're in school. You speak the way you do. You're not really black. No, bitch, I'm black. Or when I say white privilege is real, oh, I didn't go to school in London. I don't have a grad degree. My family struggled. You're still white. You have white privilege. You see how that works? So before you guys come online and talk about this girl for simply being herself, this hate is unwarranted, and compare her to Blake Lively, y'all have really lost the fucking plot.
So let's talk about the cultural movement of soft life amongst black women, or just like the black community in general. The soft life movement dates back to the early 2000s for black women. And although it was unnamed then, but the sentiment back then was that black women were heavily rejecting and renouncing the strong black woman trope and narrative. And from 2000s to 2010, writers and academics began to criticize the strong black woman trope heavily. And then the self-care movement started to gain traction around 2010, and that kind of changed the game as we know it. If you haven't watched, Megan has a show on Netflix called, I think it's called With Love, Megan. I watched it a few weeks ago with my sister. I didn't get to finish the entire season, but I might have watched like 4 to 5 episodes of the show. And when it first started off, I was kind of like, I was scared. I was like, this is kind of different. This is new. But by episode 3, I was hooked. Like, Megan was giving us the recipe, Megan was giving us the tea. And I just love the show because I think there's this idea that as black women, scratch that. I'm going to speak for black women because I'm a black woman. There's this narrative that as black women, we are supposed to constantly perform in every space that we're in. And what I mean by that is there is this stereotypical idea of black women that is portrayed in the media, in society, that black women now have to live up to. And there's just this idea that all black women are a monolith. Like, we're all the same, we act the same, we look the same, we should be the same to fit the idea that society has for us. And you know how they have kind of grouped us in as one. So when I saw that show, it just, what it reminded me of, and this is such a stretch, this is such a jump, y'all are gonna be like, girl, this is crazy, but what that show reminded me of is Insecure.
Where have you been, huh? I've been calling you.
Oh, yeah, I have my phone on airplane mode.
What the fuck?
I'm just buying.
You buying panties?
Why are you being all loud?
Why are you buying a six-pack?
It's cheaper, and it's not like it's the cute kind.
Wait, are you not coming home?
Lawrence, I'm not ready to talk about this right now.
No. You can't keep ignoring me, Issa. I want to talk.
Lawrence, we are not about to be the black couple fighting in Rite Aid.
Okay, listen. I know that this is about your birthday, okay? But
it's not even about my birthday. See? You don't even...
I don't even what?
I can't do this right now. I'm sorry.
And the reason why I say that is because when Issa Rae created Insecure, it was a breath of fresh air, because we have seen the ghetto black woman, we have seen the angry black woman, and those two are heavily depicted in Hollywood. And society just pretty much have accepted that that is the definition of black women. So when Issa Rae came around and created Insecure, where there were just like different types of black women, most especially emphasis on the awkward black girl, the awkward, extroverted, and sometimes introverted black girl, that was just a breath of fresh air, because then it made us understand that there are many types of black girls and black women, that we are not a monolith. So when Megan was in that kitchen cooking it up and chopping it up with her friends, I was like, well, go ahead, Miss Megan, show them that we can do the little one pan meal, one pot meal, making your own honey and doing stuff like that. Some black women are naturally homemakers, and the light is not shed on them because people don't believe that we are capable of that.
When certain people say that Meghan Markle is not relatable, what they mean is she's not relatable to the image of us that they have in their heads. Because my mom and them Ben had exquisite china. Our grandmas had gardens in the back. They were the original farm to table. My mother puts up like 5 Christmas trees every year. She should do a class on how to tie bows. She's got more ribbon in her house than you'd ever find in the Hobby Lobby. Like, a lot of black women are homemakers, and a lot of us have been on Martha Stewart before there was a Martha Stewart. The reality is that Meghan Markle does not fit the stereotypes that they think black women should be or could be. And you're seeing a lot of crash outs right now because, I mean, it could be jarring to figure out that you've been lied to your entire life. So for a lot of us, Meghan Markle is very relatable. And if she's not relatable to you, I mean, maybe you should do a little self-inventory, take a look around your house and figure out why.
I know a lot of older black women that are homemakers, and they emphasize being homemakers to their children, and we just don't get to see those kind of people. The light is not shed on them because, like I said, there is just this idea that is being enforced and that is being heavily funded. So then at the end of the day, because Hollywood is pushing it and there's funding, that is what we see. So then we internalize that, and then that becomes the norm in society.
I've watched Megan Sussex's new show twice since it came out because I am so obsessed and I cannot get enough of it. I love everything about this show. It's so comforting, so cozy, and it makes me so excited for spring. Like, it's definitely for the girls who love to romanticize life and find joy in the little moments. And you know that's me. It's right up my alley and I'm eating it up. I decided to try her one pot pasta recipe for dinner tonight. I replaced the water with bone broth and added some shrimp for extra protein, and it turned out amazing. I'm so excited to try more.
So within 48 hours of the series being released on Netflix, the girlies were in an uproar on y'all. I'm just gonna say it. It started on Facebook. The girlies were in an uproar on Facebook, and honestly, nothing good comes from Facebook. Absolutely. Like, that's why Gen Z's be clowning Facebook, because nothing good comes out of Facebook. Like, conspiracy theories are birthed on Facebook and WhatsApp. So the girlies started on Facebook, and by the girlies, I mean middle-aged white women that are so bitter and so angry, and they hate this lady for reasons best known to them. I couldn't explain to you even if I tried. So they were like, Megan is a hypocrite. Megan is Megan is fake, and this is not how she talks. And why would you do a show like this and you don't do it in your house, your home? Hello? Why would she take you to her house to film? Like, I just think that no matter what this lady does, there's always going to be a backlash. Like, people just, Megan could sneeze and people be like, and that's not how you sneeze as a person. You should never sneeze as a person. And that's what. And why are you making commentary on everything this lady does? That's kind of weird and that's kind of sad. And the fact that these people are out here saying that, oh, she's fake and that's not even how she talks, and these meals are not her recipes. Do you know this person? Have you lived with her? Do you know her up? Like, we have lost the plot. Reel it back in. Reel it back in. And this is how it ties, all of this ties into politics. Y'all know I always got to bring it back to the politics because everything is about politics.
Hey, 92%, this is the reminder. We are standing down. We're doing us, finding our joy, keeping our joy, advocating for us, standing in the gap for us. There's going to be a lot of things that happen very soon, probably starting tomorrow, that are already in motion, that are going to make us want to stand up and fight and advocate and all that other stuff. But we're not doing it this time, right? We're good. We're looking out for each other.
So the 92% movement was initiated by Nikki Friendly, and it symbolizes the percentage of Black women who supported Kamala Harris. Their subsequent shift towards wellness, economic empowerment, following the political disillusionment. Essentially, what that means is that Black women, after after the election, came together and said that they're quitting. They're quitting being Black women. And what that means is they are done with the activism. They are done with trying to save the entire world because they tried to warn the entire world, specifically America, about what is ahead. But don't nobody wanna listen. So Black women was like, I'm out. I'm gonna head out. Literally. People were on the internet crashing out. And by people, I mean we're on the internet crashing out talking about this is not the time for Black women to be quiet. This is not the time for Black women to sit back. Hello? If I'm not mistaken, after the election, there was a nationwide protest. I'm forgetting the date of the protest. There was a lot of videos of people saying that Black women, now is not the time to be silent. Now is not the time to be quiet. Like, you need to join in. Baby, we quit. And Black women were firing back like, y'all need to get us out of this. We've done all that we can do. And to be frank, we did warn you guys that this was going to happen. So you did not adhere to our warnings. So now we are deciding to just align ourselves with this. So have a good time, have a great life, but I'm gonna head out. After Black women decided that we are done with this, we are quitting, y'all got it. Good job. Continue what you're doing. You can do what we've been doing. Like I said, everyone was in disarray, chaos, and saying that, we need to work together as a team. We need to do this. And most Black women on especially TikTok were like the general message from them to the rest of like younger girls like myself was to take this time to take care of yourself, take this time to rest, take this time to work on yourself. Your instincts your instincts may be to fight back whenever there's a ruling that is unfair, whenever there is a treatment of others that is unfair, which honestly, those were my instincts. Because after the election, I kid you not, the very next day I cried. The minute I woke up, I was up the entire night. I took a hour and 45 minutes nap because I had to work the next day. When I woke up for work and I saw the news, I was sobbing. Literally logged into work, and it was like my life was like a fever dream. When after that guy got into office and every other day it was presidential order, presidential order, presidential, my instincts were, oh, I need to call my local leaders. I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to, well, this is not good and that is not good. And when all those videos came across my For You page of those Black women just being like, we need to chill, we need to calm down, we did all that we could do, and now it's in the hands of the people that chose him. It really gave me peace because I was like, yeah, I really did all that I could do. And I'm not saying like come online and be an online political activist. I actually did do the work, just trying to educate people. And I did receive a lot of pushback, especially from Black men. So I I was feeling like devastated, but I was a little bit hopeful because I was like, there's no way. We've seen the track record of the one person. There's no way that we're going to see the track record of this person and still pick him to do the job that he's obviously not qualified for. And it just goes to show that in this country, as Black people, we always have to work a million times harder for what our counterparts just get easily. Kamala in this past election was the most qualified. She was the most qualified. If we're just going off of qualifications and credentials and just who would know how to do the job, the only office that she has not held is the presidential office. So this person has the rap sheet, she has the track record, she has the credentials, and she has the credibility. So what are we saying here? It just goes to show and it just solidifies that you can be good, but you'll never be good enough because you're not white. And that is what infuriated Black women and just made them be like, you know what? We're just going to take a step back because this is too much. Y'all chose not to listen. So I say that all to say that the uproar and the anger towards Meghan having this homemaker show and portraying herself as a homemaker in this light, the reason why most people are so angry about it, they're so infuriated about it, is because, like I said before, she is shedding a light on a certain type of Black woman that society does not want to accept. Because when you think about femininity, what is the first thing that comes to your mind? It certainly is not a Black woman. Now that conservatism is mainstream culture, we are getting to see the types of Black women that are homemakers, that are naturally feminine, and that are personalities are just like being a homemaker, being a wife, being a mom, and they're okay with that. Take Nara Smith, for example. Nara Smith is a Black African woman. How is it that an African woman can have time to not only take care of her family, but like make these healthy, nutritious meals for them from scratch and be present, be a mother, and look glamorous while doing it? That has never been done. Well, it has been done, but just not on the scale in which it is being done. There are other creators also in that space that are also doing that. And most of the what we see on social media with like the homemaker mommies and wives and stay-at-home girlfriends and all of those things, most of what those things that we see, they are performative, but I don't mind the performance because it's opening people's minds to see Black women in a different light. And I don't care how performative anything is, if that is the mission, if that is the goal behind it, I'm always going to support it. And this is why I support this movement. Although I have my qualms about it and I have my reservations about some parts of it, but I would generally support it because of that reason. This entire video really was just to emphasize on the importance of redefining Black women narratives as we are trying to decolonize our minds and decolonize our wardrobes and stuff like that. We need to also unlearn a lot of things, and one of those things that we do need to unlearn is the narrative of the strong Black woman. I've said it throughout this video, but Black women are not a monolith. We come in so many different sizes, shapes, even skin color. We're all different, different personalities. So like I said before, I just want to encourage us to be more accepting to the every type of Black woman that there is out there. And with more, and one thing I love about social media, with more people being comfortable sharing their lives and their experiences online, girls, young girls, would get to have representation. If they don't have the representation in on TV and in the media, they will see that representation on social media. So I'm always going to scream this at the top of my lungs in every room I'm in. Representation matters. Why is America upside down today? Why is everything the way it is because Trump supporters, or whatever we want to call them, came together and said to themselves, we are not represented in our government. We're not represented in our government, we're not represented in the media, and we feel like this country does not belong to us. So what did they do? They banded together and did what they did. And that's why the whole DEI situation is kind of frustrating me, because it's like, this affects you too. Let's not get into that. Let's not talk about that, right? Allow black women the space to be soft. Allow black women the space to be hard. Allow black women the space to be themselves, because there is a little girl out there that is looking for somebody that is exactly like her. I wouldn't have been able to be on YouTube doing what I'm doing, or even just be on social media, if I didn't see anybody that looked like me, that gave me the courage to be like, yeah, I can do this. So let's allow black women the space to be themselves. And y'all let Megan keep cooking. And I just heard that Megan's show is renewed for a season 2. I will be watching the season 2. Anything Megan does, I will support. So y'all let that lady cook. Let me know if you have any creators online that are your favorite creators, if the type of content they create, because my entire For You page, I am so proud of myself. My entire For You page has been black women, black women, black women, black women. My Instagram feed, black women, black women. And at the end of the day, rest is not retreat. For black women, it is a revolution. Okay, family members, we have come to the end of the video. If you have made it this far, I love you with all my heart. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will talk to you guys later. And until then, I love you guys so much. Bye bye.
Again, straight from the 8. I'm walking with God, I don't need a drink. The devil be talking, I don't entertain. I'm walking in faith, I'm sowing my seed. I did it in faith, I gave it to God, and He made it great. Put me